Okay, if you're like me, you're also in high school or maybe even college, and you're just struggling to find like a really good schedule, especially since it's summertime, since you don't have to go to school for 8 or even more hours a day, and you basically feel like you have nothing to do. You have no, maybe you don't have a job, maybe you just don't, maybe you just want to find a schedule that fits your needs. And if you wake up every summer feeling like you have zero structure, you probably feel like you're wasting your potential. And no, this doesn't mean you have to grind and 24/7, but having a schedule can really help you feel more content and feel like you have a purpose rather than just laying in bed all day and watching Netflix. Not that there's anything wrong with it, of course. I do that sometimes too. But it really just helps you find some purpose, especially as you figure out your life and maybe you want to try to plan stuff with your friends, or maybe you want to get more in shape. Just having a schedule that aligns with your goals, especially over the summer, can help you so much, especially as you get ready for the upcoming school year. I know we have a few months until that, but having a schedule can really help. And today I will actually be showing you how you can build your own schedule, and I'll be showing you what my schedule is and how I go about building it considering the goals I have. And before we dive right into this, welcome back to Path to Progress. If you haven't subscribed yet, or if you've never seen one of my videos before, I am a teen podcaster. I started this when I was 16, so almost a year ago, where I talk about self-help, self-care, and even study tips to help you get through the school year. I'm an up-and-coming senior, and if you're interested in seeing my videos or even seeing my college application process, make sure to subscribe and make sure to keep watching. Go look at my other videos if those are of any interest to you. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and dive right into how to build your summer schedule. Okay, let's talk about why you might need a summer schedule. I'm sure a lot of teens across the United States, as it is summer break, they just want to relax, they want to have fun. Totally understandable. That's actually what I'm doing. We're just trying to have fun, trying to let go. But a lot of teens let the summer slip away without a real solid plan. Especially if you are going to college admissions and the application process, this can be something that might be overwhelming instead of actually helping calm you down. And it can actually lead to wasted time, guilt, or even low energy, especially if you just lay in bed all day. Not that there's anything wrong with it. We are teens, and it is very, very important to get that rest and make sure we sleep in a little bit, especially since we no longer have to wake up at 5 a.m. But, you know, like I was saying, having a structure, having some sort of schedule every day, or maybe it doesn't even have to be every day, can really bring purpose and some peace into your life. Sorry, I'm looking at my computer because I have like my little outline out there on there. And structure does not always mean stress. Of course, since we are so used to going to school that has structure, has a schedule, you know where you're supposed to be at every hour, every point in the day. Structure can actually equal freedom when you choose your structure, when you choose your schedule, what you do when you do it, and it will ultimately end up making you happier rather than cause more stress. Now, there is like a formula, as I like to say, that you can actually use to help build a successful summer schedule for you that fits your needs. Now, the first step to this formula is actually reflecting on your needs. Are you burnt out? Do you just need some time to relax over the summer? Maybe you need a few weeks to just calm down, hang out with friends, sleep in, or just spend more time with your family. Are you bored? Do you not have anything to do? Are you just like looking for something to do? Or maybe you just want to work on something that you haven't been able to work on in a while? Or do you want to grow? Do you want to improve? Do you want to work out and see and increase how much you go out or exercise and stuff like that? And obviously your schedule needs to match the season of your life in which you are in. Of course, not everyone is in the same place in life, so obviously you need to think about, where am I in life right now? What do I need right now? Do I just need to relax? Was this past school year especially stressful, and do I just need to sleep in and just watch movies all day and just relax? Just take a moment to relax. And of course, just look at where you are in life. Personally, I am an upcoming senior, like I've said, so I need to work on college apps, ACT, SAT stuff, studying for that. So obviously my schedule will not look the same as a student who doesn't have to worry about that stuff yet, who maybe just wants to relax and take the time they need to really take care of themselves. Now, step 2, you have to choose 2 to 3 main priorities that you want to focus on. Some examples would be improve your mental health, study for upcoming exams, like I said. Maybe you want to grow a creative skill, or maybe learn something new. Maybe building your platform, who you are, what you want to be, who you want to be. Maybe you want to start a job, like apply to jobs, or maybe even start your own business if that's something that interests you. Summer is a time to do that, since you have a lot of free time. You don't have to worry about, oh, do I need this assignment to get done, like when's this exam, because it's summer. You don't have school, so take advantage of that. You really need to take advantage of that, of the extra free time you have and what you want to get done, goals that maybe you've left off during the school year that now you finally get to do. Now, the third step is designing a simple weekly flow. Now, of course, some people are early birds, some people are night owls. Nothing wrong with either. Maybe you like to sleep in till 12 p.m. and that's when you want your schedule to start. So, but a very simple kind of weekly flow that maybe that would interest you is mornings would be dedicated to habits like reading, journaling, or maybe going on walks if you're someone who's an early bird. The midday, like afternoon, noon, would be deep work, like maybe you're studying for tests for like the ACT or SAT, or side projects that you're trying to do. And then the evenings would be more suited for rest, fun, hanging out with friends, anything creative that you want to do that kind of serves as a break, especially since it's before you go to bed. And of course, there should always be one day where there's not really a schedule. It's like a flex day where you can do whatever you want, and it's not rigid. It's not like do this at this time, this at this time, nothing like that. You can relax if you want to. You can work on other things if you want to. It's really up to you because it is your schedule and you need to make sure it fits your needs. Now, I will be talking about my own schedule and what I want it to look like. This is currently the first week of summer, so I have been taking the time to sleep in, relax a little bit, do some very, very light studying, working on this podcast a little bit more, just stuff that kind of unwinds me rather than stresses me out. So, however, I have built my own summer schedule if that's something you want to look at, and I will be describing it to you right now based on what my priorities are. Now, obviously, my priorities are to grow my podcast and my content, stay mentally and physically strong, and obviously have some academic review for upcoming tests that I have. So I am an early bird. I just want to preface by saying that. So right now what I have is waking up at 6 a.m., waking up, doing a quick 30 to 40 minute exercise, journaling, having some quiet time, and maybe 20 to 30 minutes of reading in the morning just to get me ready for the day. Obviously drinking water is included in that as well. And then after, which would be around maybe 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10 or 11 a.m. would be dedicated to podcasting, content planning, and some study sessions if that's what I feel like doing that day. And then around like 5 or 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. or 10:30, that's when I'm trying to go to bed. It's time to wind down, so resting, just hanging out, maybe watching a movie, reading some more because I really enjoy reading. Crocheting is something I've been wanting to get back into. Just giving myself time to rest before I go to bed. And my schedule might sound crazy to some people, but it's what keeps me going throughout the day, especially exercising very early in the morning is what tends to help me, kind of keep going through the day, keep my energy levels up rather than keep me tired. It helps give me more energy. And then obviously I will always have a day, which will probably be Saturday or Sunday, where it's just a day off to completely reset, relax without a schedule having to box me in, which works out in my favor because exams like the ACT and the SAT tend to be on the weekends, so I have that day to relax and just focus on those things when it comes time for it. And like I said, my schedule might sound completely crazy to some people, but for me, it's kind of what I'm used to. It's actually what it's very similar to what my schedule was last summer. Getting up early, exercising, having a good morning routine to get me through the day, all that type of stuff to really help me be disciplined, stay disciplined, especially before school, and helps me keep my sleep schedule actually good rather than absolutely destroying my sleep schedule over the summer. So yeah, that's my own personal schedule. I would probably have some sort of writing or something that's actually listing it out so you guys can see and go into more detail if you guys are interested in that. But yeah, that's my schedule. Not your schedule. Does not have to look like that. Do not pressure yourself to make it look like that at all. That's just for me, based on my needs, my priorities, and what I want my life to look like. I do not have the same life as anyone else, I guarantee you. So, really fix your schedule to your needs and what you want. Okay, now I'm going to give you some quick tips so you can stay consistent. One thing you really need to remember is that it's just a summer schedule. You don't always have to stick to it. It's not like a rigid thing. You might be a more rigid person, so yes, it might help to stick with it. It might help to be from this time to this time, I need to be doing this. From this time to this time, I need to be relaxing. I just so happen to be that type of person. But, also take time to relax. Take time, don't stress yourself out over the schedule, is what I'm trying to say. Something that really helps me is keeping my goals visible, whether that be on my computer, on my calendar, on my wall, just anywhere where I can see it and be like, okay, I want to get this done over the summer, this done, and make it a summer-wide goal. I feel like that helps, especially if it's a bigger goal that you are working towards. And even having a checklist, if you have something you want to get done that day. Having a checklist next to your desk, or maybe anywhere where you can see it and be like, oh, let me do that real quick. Or, even if it's something as simple as drinking enough water. Do that, check. You check it off, and you feel satisfied. That's just something I find that really helps me. And obviously, life happens. Not every day will look the same. Maybe you have a job, and your job's hours are not the same every day. So you have to be okay with changing and adjusting whenever life does happen. That is something very, very important and very crucial life skill. Adjusting to when life happens. If it's just a more boring day, sticking to your schedule. If it's a more chaotic day, oh, I have to go this place and this place. I have so many errands to run. How am I gonna? Life happens. It's okay. It happens to everyone. Life is life, and you can't always control it. Never chase perfect days. Chase progress. Path to progress. Chase progress, not perfection. Because perfection is not something that can be attainable. Progress is, though. You can always measure your progress. You can always, I want to do this better. I'm going to do this better. You're not going to always chase, I'm going to do this perfectly, I'm going to do this perfectly, and then I'm going to do this. No. Chase progress, never perfection. And discipline isn't always pressure. It is what you make it out to be. It's more like protection, because it helps keep you, satisfied. It helps keep you safe, almost. Okay, and just to oh my gosh, my bad. Just to reiterate, summer is really a time to build yourself. Not everyone is the same. You're you. You have your own life. You have your own goals. You have your own priorities. So make sure you listen to your priorities. You listen to your body. You listen to your mind. Listen to what you need and want, especially over the summer, because you have so much time. You don't need to hustle. You just need some sort of intention. As long as you have good intentions behind what you're doing, good is going to come from it. That's kind of the mindset you need to have. If I have good intentions, good things can come from it. And if you're listening to this, you made it to the end of the episode. Congratulations. I have no idea how long this is. That's okay, though. If you're listening to this again, if you have any goals in mind, maybe you want to comment them down below, and just remind yourself of them. Or of course, I'm also on Instagram and YouTube, and I probably have more videos on there if you want to. That might help you, especially with the upcoming school year, or if you're still ending your school year. That will obviously help you. And that was a Path to Progress episode. And I will obviously be working, since it's summer, I'll be working more on this podcast, making more videos, more interesting videos, vlogs even, which I'm so excited about. So make sure to stay tuned, subscribe, comment, follow me on Instagram, Path to Progress with Jenny. I will put it somewhere on the screen. And yeah, I hope you have an amazing summer. Be on the lookout for more videos and polls on my Instagram about new upcoming videos that I have my followers vote on. Yeah, have a good day, and I will see you guys in the next video.